I see the Disney sign, it's time to go in. Oh my God, this is so depressing already. Oh my God. Now guys, we have a lot to talk about. For the past 30 years, there has been the Disney stores. Disney has pretty much closed every single one of them right now. We're gonna talk about what happened to the Disney stores, the history of the Disney stores, and the future of them putting them at Target and what those look like. But first, and can I do a 6-piece chicken nugget Happy Meal? Can I do a high C? Thank you.
Well, it looks like the Happy Meal that we got is the parking garage, like crackhead looking Timon. Yep.
Let's talk about the Disney store. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back in time to 1987. In Glendale, California, they did their first little test Disney store, and it was very successful, which then led into the Disney Renaissance, and there was all those incredible animated movies, and Disney was making so much money, and they were expanding like crazy. But then slowly, Disney wasn't making as much money as they used to, and they sold a bunch of the stores, and then they bought them back, and then they closed a ton of them, and then Steve Jobs came in and kind of like helped reinvent the new Disney store. Back in the day, they even had a Disney store that they put like a quick service restaurant inside of it, and it was like called like Mickey's Kitchen or something, and they served like veggie burgers and like Impossible hot dogs and stuff. It only lasted, I think, for like 2 stores, but yeah, that didn't go well. There's a whole crazy history for the Disney stores. We just won't get into all that for this video. Now, I have a lot of incredible memories at the Disney store, and the store means a lot to me, right? It was really sad to see that the store located in the mall right next to Disney World is closing forever. Currently, there's only 25 Disney stores left in the United States. They just like closed like 100 of them. So for the first part of the story, we're gonna go to the Florida Mall, and we will be covering what the final days were like at the Disney store.
Hi, we are here at the Florida Mall, and look what I found. Selfie World Orlando. This is the #1 trending selfie museum in the country. It's just all these different booths of places you can take selfies with different walls. What is this place?
Oh, I have to go back to this place. This looks ridiculous. All right, let's go into the mall. We're gonna go find the Disney store.
Now this is a great board game for the family to play together. Fast and Furious Highway Heist. Recreate your favorite Universal theme park attraction. Universal Supercharged. Wow, look at that. Nope, I don't see a little Dom hanging from the helicopter though. I've seen a lot of mannequins in my time, but what is going on with this neck? We're at the slime factory. I like how it just says out for lunch, but the door is wide open. They have one of these spas, right? Where you, do you want to do this? Where you stick your feet in the water and they eat the dead flesh off your foot?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, you just you put your feet in there and it eats all the dead skin off. All right, now last time we were here at Build-A-Bear, Sam and I built that Grogu. Now they have a little pumpkin bear. There's the Grogu that we built, but they now have Build-A-Bear Jawas. And I'm sure they have a little sound where you squeeze its hand and it says Utini. And the way these overalls fit these minions, it looks like the minions are gonna be selling a bunch of moonshine on the side of the road.
I see the Disney sign, it's time to go in. Oh my God, this is so depressing already. Oh my God.
All right, here is the Disney store. All right, so the first sign, it says, now it's time to say goodbye. This location is closing on or before September 15th, but don't worry, you can still continue to shop all your favorites and more with the whole Disney gang on shopdisney.com. Come on in for a coupon for free standard shipping. Now they all look happy and waving, but inside they're crying. This is so sad. Now they do have hand sanitizer and masks if you need them. Now this is one of the things that made the Disney stores great, was these like magnificent castles that they would build. This is just so eerie. All the walls and shelves are just empty. They have a couple little like Frozen dresses left, but I'm sure so many people have memories as a little kid coming to get their first little dress. And then you'd have like this little mirror where you try on the dress and look at yourself. What? Oh. How y'all doing? They just have like a couple little piles of stuff. Anything good?
Got your Tower of Terror pants right here.
It's original? Oh, that is kind of nice though. 45 bucks? Who's that?
I think this is Shang-Chi. I haven't seen it yet. Is that Shang-Chi?
No, that's Raya. Flip it around. That's those little monkey guys. They have a couple like Disney youth belts left for Star Wars. They have a small little section of Nuimo's clothes and Wreck-It Ralph. I think Thanos did more than a snap. I think he did a clap because half the Disney stores aren't going away. Pretty much all of them. I got a bunch of silhouettes of all the Disney characters. Everything is just shoved in this corner because there's no merchandise left to sell. Oh, it's a giant Mickey bubble wand. Hi, Brentano. Tell us what you're seeing right now.
So I've just noticed all these little Disney touches along in here. So you have like the Little Mermaid, there's the Jungle Book. Back over here is Space Mountain. I'm seeing Animal Kingdom stuff. So stuff from the parks, the movies.
So the cast member just told me that the amphitheater right here is from Lake Eola in Florida. And then by Space Mountain, Buzz and the Aliens, this is Kennedy Space Center right here. Now, one of the things that all the Disney store lovers love to collect, right, is these like magical keys. Every month or for special events, they would release these. They have a couple mugs left. Now with these keys, I actually wanted to get these, right? I'm glad I came today. They had the Forky, and we thought her name was Knifey, but it's actually Karen, the magic key set. Because you remember Alice and I dressed up as them for Halloween, so I really wanted this. They also have a Mandalorian one. I like when you walk in, you kind of follow this like almost yellow brick road, but like this like magic pixie dust trail, and it loops you all the way around to over here. Now I remember as a kid, this was such a special spot because they would have places to hang out and they'd be doing little shows, performances, and they would have like just Disney content on the wall. They got a sign for Mickey Mouse and the Silly Symphony, and then up here, yep. That is one of the most depressing things I've ever done is walk through that store. We have a lot to talk about. Okay, we are back. I know that was so sad and depressing. I was talking with the cast members of how their process was done because when I was laid off from the company, there was a list that was released to the public before Disney even contacted me, so I found out from my friends that I got laid off from the company. But how these cast members were laid off, pretty much some of them found out beforehand because I guess it was leaked to the Walt Disney World News Today and their relatives are emailing them, but it sounded like the managers called them or had brought them back in the back room to kind of tell them what was going on. Now the writing was kind of on the wall because they had already closed so many other Disney stores before this final big roundup of them. So the cast members kind of knew what was coming, but it was also kind of that fear of like people have worked there for like decades and that's their job and now it's gone. They were all very sad and somber. I was like emotional for them because I know exactly what it's like, except they knew when their last shift was. I didn't. It was pretty much like, hey, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and then I never came back. It was kind of like an emotional moment for me when I was checking out. That cast member was like, hello mouse
Musketeer, you know, how was your day and everything, and purchased and like really made that Disney difference. And that's never gonna happen again because the Disney stores are being replaced with Target. We'll cover that in a second. But they were really pushing the online sales. So instead of hearing, have a magical day, Musketeer, you're gonna hear, here's your confirmation number, which isn't as magical as, I don't know. The Disney stores just kind of meant so much to me. They built a brand, right? Disney stores have kind of changed over time. They were the first of their kind. Disney really led the way with like entertainment, meeting a retail environment. But so they wanted to be more than just a store, and they were. The Disney store was a great place where you could buy exclusive merchandise only to Disney stores, or you could buy tickets for the theme parks. One of the really cool things they did, if you were first in line, they had a little like ceremony for you to enter into the store. Now, the OG stores honestly were kind of my favorite. They were really kind of like gaudy, but they had these giant like plush mountains where they'd be playing upcoming Disney movies on the screen behind them, and there's just so much love and care and theming within these stores. It truly felt like you were in like your own little Disney World, right? Because I think when people go to the Disney store, right, it's sometimes that's their closest thing they can get to Disney. As we can see, the prices are going up in Disney, and when I was a kid, we only went once during my childhood. So the closest thing I could get to Disney World was that Disney store, because you're getting the cast member customer service, you're getting all these whimsical figures, and it felt as a kid like you were at Disney World. And that's no longer possible anymore, which is really sad and depressing. Now, I do want to say, like, I understand why Disney did this. You know, 2020 hit. They lost a ton of money. Malls aren't as busy as they used to be. But the one thing that I think the Disney store does do, it builds that brand recognition. I've never been in a Disney store and that not be busy. I don't know the reasoning truly behind canceling all the Disney stores. I think it just comes down to saving money. So talking about saving money, Disney stores have come back, but not how we thought. They are being put into Target stores. That's right. The Disney store is coming to Target. Apparently it's 750 square feet of Disney within a Target. So we got like an hour-long drive to the closest Disney store at a Target. So let's go. Okay guys, it's time to go to the new Disney store. We are at Target in Leesburg, Virginia. It was quite a hike to get here. So let's see what the new Disney store looks like. Okay, if I was a Disney store, where would I be? Okay, I can't find it, but I did find something very important. Our family movies. I think I found the Disney store inside Target. Okay, my friends, welcome to the new Disney store. In the just kind of the middle of Target is the Disney store. They have Disney music playing. You got kind of like a Mickey going around. Now, it does look like they have a lot of the offerings that they had in the Disney stores. Like, you have these little princesses when they're kids. I do kind of like this little Sebastian right there. He looks kind of cute. Instead of having like that, you know, that little castle in the mirror where the girls can try on the dresses and become a princess, they just kind of have the dresses on a rack. And then over here, you just have shoes in a bin, the dolls on the wall. Again, they got all the Disney store stuff. Belle looks like she had a little too much fun at Vista Way. She looked a little rough clocking in for work. Here's the Frozen section, right? So it's all the characters. I do say they have a lot of different and unique merchandise here compared to the normal Disney merch they would have here at Target. You can buy your very own Buzz Lightyear and your own little Wally. And at least they have a little Forky in here. This is kind of cool. They have like a whole bedtime section with pillows and some PJs. And here in the bedtime section, is this a Disney character? What is this? Bluey? Am I missing something? Is he from like, if there's any Disney logo on here at all? No, it's from Moose. Here's a hamburger? No, what is this? Oh, there's Grogu on there. Now, these like Disney stores just like opened and they're already falling apart. They're just being chipped and it's warping going on. There's supposed to be stuff like, I think all these little kids have torn apart the displays. Okay, I will say this is really nice stained glass like artwork. You got the house from Up, Moana, and then down here, everybody under the sea for Finding Nemo. Now they do have a t-shirt area where you can get Disney t-shirts. A little Grogu. Why is Miles Morales here? These aren't even Disney Legos. Underneath this is Disney Legos, but that's just there. And they just, all the plushes just thrown in a bin. This is like something that they do at like a thrift store. They just throw all the plushes in a bin. What is this? We have, what are these mystery packs in here with plushes and hangers. Now they do have this kind of reminiscent of the screen that they had in the Disney store where you could like watch Disney movies. It just sounds like it's lyrics playing with the Disney music that's playing. And then they got the Target dog here with a poor Mickey who fell asleep. Nothing says Disney store more than just Jurassic Park dinosaurs. Cool. I think they were selling us at World of Disney for a hot minute and a little Oogie Boogie. But what is this? Why is there just like wiring here? Now they just have a, I don't know, some sort of empty rack. But behind here is the costumes that you can get. I think they're only selling one different unique costume. Looks like the costume that Goofy wears in Disneyland when he's a skeleton. And they have a little Grogu backpack. You can buy Rapunzel's bow. Now, the one thing we've realized this past year is they have no Snow White merchandise at all. So here's literally pretty much all the princesses except Snow White. Then they got like a whole section for the Disney Junior stuff. Oh, somebody found a little beans right there. They have like some of the little kids Spider-Man stuff. Here's like the different shirts that they're selling. This stuff's fine, but it's not neat and organized like how a Disney store is, because the customers aren't going around and meticulously refolding the stuff and making sure everything looks great. It's just kind of like hoodies thrown here. So they got more of these little dolls. I don't even know I don't think this is Disney. Nah, surprise. That's kind of how this place was to me, just a giant surprise. They have a bunch of like the little sippers with like a snow globe on top. They just have like the wall of plushes, but they're just kind of like thrown in here. Like in here, you just have Belle slippers thrown in with Olaf's. It's just like a hodgepodge of just stuff thrown together. It almost feels like kind of like a dollar store, just like all the merchandise just like thrown together. I think Walmart is even more organized than this. Okay, no lightsabers left, but just like an empty box. The plushes are just kind of thrown in with the Star Wars stuff. Oh, this is the stuff from Galaxy's Edge. Oh, look at the little Chewie. Oh, and everybody's Sith Lord, Jar Jar Binks. Why does it sound like he's motorboating or something? This Chewbacca doesn't even look like Chewbacca. It looks like when you put like a Chewbacca costume on your dog. Picture, they do have a little Ewok here for you, so let's see what it sounds like. And I know you want to see something. There's not much going on back there. Now, the one thing at Disney is they never have empty shelves. There's always stuff that should be filled, and let me fix that for you. Target, there you go. They just have a couple figures, and the rest is just kind of like empty here in the Star Wars area. This is the thing that I spent $70 on.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so instead of paying $70 for this evil Terminator, he's on sale for and this one has like a different skin tone. And then where do beans go? Yeah, then we got the classic little beans right there, and then they got the little mutant ones. Ooh, he's got little frog legs, little Kermit legs. What's going on with this? This little Grogu and his little bassinet. I got a bunch of the Pixar action figures. If you haven't seen Monsters Inc. at work, I highly suggest it. It's a really good show. But look at little Carl and Doug right there. And there's some like the Disney Legos. This is a really cool set that they came out with last year. I'm trying to figure out the prices of the Legos, but they're just kind of like thrown here. There's like no rhyme or reason. It's like, oh, here's Disney Legos, we're just gonna throw stuff here. You can buy Elsa's Castle for only $200. And they have like, these like $12 figure sets that they have at all Disney stores. They got a whole section for Raya. I don't know how well this stuff's gonna sell though. When you're entering into a Disney store, it's supposed to be like immersive and everything, right? You're gonna feel in another world. I don't feel like in another world if I'm looking at the merchandise and right behind me is a pulled back blazing bus. Yes, and also right next to the Disney store, you can buy whoopee cushions. Let's go home and talk about it all. Yeah, we're back. Not what I was expecting, right? When the cast members worked 30 years to build this brand, the Disney store, and you're expecting a certain customer service, that is just not what the Disney store at Targets are, right? I think it's a great place for people to buy unique Disney items that you can only get there, and they have such a wide variety compared to how Targets and other stores are, right? But when you have the word Disney store, you're expecting the Disney store. It just was just kind of like a mishmash of just things thrown around, not in the right spot, things falling apart. And at Disney, if one thing is out of place, a cast member comes over and folds it or reorganizes it so it has that pristine look, because that is what is known with Disney. I understand the short term of like, yeah, it's cheaper just to put it in Target, but I think it almost devalues the brand of Disney. Being from Maryland, there's a company called Under Armour. Under Armour is kind of like almost like a luxury sportswear you could only get at the Under Armour store at the malls, but then they brought it to Kohl's and other stores, and it devalued the brand, which then caused in the long run it not to be as successful. So I think by bringing this Disney store to Target almost devalues the brand, because that is not what is known to be a Disney store. Let me know your thoughts about the new Disney store, of how things are operating. Like, I understand the reasoning, right? But it's just kind of like sad for me, because I know how many cast members worked so hard and gave their blood, sweat, and tears to make the Disney stores and the merchandise locations what they are, and to see this Target Disney store looking like this was kind of upsetting. I don't know what it's like at the other Disney stores at Targets across the country. This is just my first experience with it. I don't know if there's gonna be another video this week. We got the opening of Markoff's. I will be there October 1st and 2nd, kind of filming the video. We've been filming all the crazy behind the scenes stuff. I'm really excited to share that.
Dude, oh, you okay? Oh.
There might be a video this week, but I think it's pretty much just gonna be, I gotta keep filming the Markoff stuff. And if you're in the area, October 1st, I will be there running around with my camera. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because I will keep you up to date on all things Disney and theme parks. So, I love y'all. Please stay safe, and I'll see y'all very soon. Bye. And did you guys just see that ladder sitting in the middle of the Disney store? That's not Disney.